Welcome to Quick and Easy English Podcast.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Real Talk on Growth. I'm Jay, writer, recovering productivity addict, and someone who's finally realized that adding more to your plate doesn't mean you're doing better.
And I'm Leila, former burnout queen, current mindfulness junkie, and your friendly reminder that inner peace is not something you earn. It's something you unlearn your way back to.
Yes, that part. So today we're digging into something real, not the TikTok version of personal growth where it's all ice baths and morning routines, no shade,
A little shade.
fair. But what we really want to talk about is the why behind self-development. Not just the how to be better, but why do we even think we need to be better in the first place?
And maybe, just maybe, this whole self-development journey isn't about becoming someone new. Maybe it's about remembering who you already were before the world told you who you should be.
Okay, let's start with something controversial. Self-development can actually be toxic.
YS. Say it louder for the overachievers in the back.
It's true. We get sold this idea that we're not enough unless we're constantly upgrading, reading more, working out harder, optimizing our entire existence like we're machines.
I used to fall into that trap hard. My entire day was scheduled down to the minute. I even had a time block for relax. But then I'd spend that time stressing about how I wasn't relaxing productively enough.
You were out here performance managing your peace.
Literally. And the worst part? People praised it. You're so organized, you're crushing it. Meanwhile, I was crying on my yoga mat and wondering if I was doing growth wrong.
So let's go deeper. The self-help industry is a $13 billion machine, and it runs on one core belief. You're not enough as you are.
That's the part they don't tell you. You pick up one book to improve your focus. And 5 books later, you're convinced you need a new personality.
Yes. And so many people get stuck in this cycle of endlessly improving, but never actually arriving anywhere. It's like trying to climb a ladder that never ends.
Because no matter how many habits you stack or how many books you read, you're still carrying the same old belief system underneath.
Exactly. You don't need more habits. You need fewer lies about who you think you need to be.
So here's the shift. What if growth isn't about adding more, but about subtracting?
What if the best version of you isn't some perfectly optimized robot, but the realest, rawest, most honest version of you?
The one who's not scared to rest, or say no, or cry, or laugh really hard in public.
The version of you who existed before Instagram filters and productivity hacks and everyone else's opinions.
That's the real journey. Unlearning, coming back home to yourself.
Let's talk about stillness. Because for me, the real growth started when I stopped trying to fix everything and just got quiet.
Same. You learn so much when you stop drowning in noise. When was the last time you sat with yourself for 10 minutes? No phone, no podcast, just you?
It's uncomfortable at first, but after a while, that silence starts to speak.
And it tells you the truth about what you really want, what you're afraid of, what you've been avoiding.
It's not sexy, it's not trending, but silence is the most underrated self-development tool we have.
Can we talk about how lonely self-development can feel?
Oh yeah, when you start changing, not everyone claps for you.
Some people feel threatened by your growth because your evolution challenges their comfort zone.
I lost people when I stopped being a people pleaser. Not because I was mean, but because I stopped shrinking.
Same. But I also gained people who saw me, like really saw me, because I wasn't performing anymore.
And those connections? They're worth every awkward transition and lonely weekend.
Let's be real. It's hard to grow when your brain is hijacked by TikTok scrolls and group chats.
The modern world is designed to steal your focus. You're not lazy, you're overstimulated.
Yes, you're not failing at growth. You're just trying to evolve in a system that profits from your distraction.
So, step one, Cut the noise. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day. Put the phone down. Go outside. Stare at a tree.
Seriously, trees are underrated.
They really are.
Okay, let's get real for a second. Not all self-development is equal. Some of us are growing with trauma.
Yes. And that matters. You can't cold shower and morning routine your way out of deep emotional wounds.
Exactly. Sometimes the most powerful growth is going to therapy, setting boundaries, saying, "This isn't mine to carry anymore."
Growth isn't always building something new. Sometimes it's finally laying something down.
You're not weak for needing help. You're human.
Okay, so let's wrap all this up. If we had to define it, what is real self-development?
To me, it's becoming more yourself, not someone else's version of better.
It's choosing your values, not inheriting them. It's living slower, loving deeper, letting go easier.
It's not about perfect habits or aesthetic journals. It's about honest alignment.
That's beautiful. Growth isn't a finish line, it's a lifestyle. A quiet, steady, loving commitment to becoming more of who you already are.
If this episode resonated with you, take a breath right now. A real one. Inhale. Exhale.
You're doing better than you think. Seriously. If you're listening to this, you're already in the process.
And you're not alone. We're right here with you. In the mess. In the magic. All of it.
Make sure to hit that follow button, rate the show, and send this to someone who needs it.
And check the show notes. We've got book recs, journaling prompts, and all the good stuff in there.
Until next time, keep growing.
But grow like you.
If this episode gave you something to think about, don't forget to subscribe for more real conversations like this. And if you're here to improve your English while growing as a person, you're definitely in the right place. Goodbye for now.